Righty, so I have my high day today. So we're sitting at about 600 grams of carbs, which I fucking love. But the big issue a lot of people think when it comes to their high day is they think that that session on that day is going to be sick. It's not. If anything, it might not be as good because your stomach isn't used to the amount of food. When it comes to glycogen replenishment, it can actually take about 36 hours. So this session today isn't going to be like a killer session like it would be with a session maybe like either tomorrow or even Tuesday next week, because that'll be my next training session. That's when the glycogen replenishment will actually take place. My sessions will be way better. So this is the 7 weeks out YouTube video for prep. 7 weeks out from the first show anyway. Now, I'm at the point where the prep brain's starting to really fucking kick in. Like, I'm just doing the dumbest shit. Like, if you ask me questions, thoughts take longer to collect. I came back from a walk with my fiance the other day. She gave me her socks to put in the wash. I put them in the bin.
Yeah, let's go. All right.
Righty, here we go. 7 weeks out. About to hit this upper day. Now, as I said before, like, prep brain's starting to really fucking hit. So collecting thoughts is a bit weird. So if my talking's off this session, just ignore it. But upper day, gonna get the mobility work done and then try our best to have a very fucking good session, but see how we go. We're still pretty flat at the moment before this refeed kicks in. For the love of God, please do your fucking mobility work. If you think you're gonna be able to come into the gym and rip heaps of weight, train well, and actually get some decent progress and not do mobility work, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're not gonna move as well, training's not gonna be efficient, you're increasing risk of injury. It takes an extra 5 minutes. If you're not doing mobility work, you're just fucking lazy and you really are leaving gains on the table.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit.
My fiance and I are actually getting a dog after comp, which I can't fucking wait for. And it gives me something else to look forward to after prep, because at this stage, this is when a lot of people start like obsessing over food and they go, fuck, I can't wait till comp's over so I can eat X, Y, and Z. But I'm trying to keep my mindset out of that because I'm not trying to obsess over the food, because at the end of the day, I'm privileged to do this and I put myself in this position. As much as I am like enjoying the process, I'm keen for comp to be over for the fact that like I'll be able to have dogs. I've never had a dog before. Like, my mum was a cat person, so having my first dog is going to be sick. And the reason I'm not getting it yet is because at this point in prep, my recovery's already started to go a little bit shit. And so, you know, having a young puppy in the mix, trying to get its routine in, it's just going to fuck up recovery even more. Plans after prep, well, my body's going to be extremely susceptible to everything in a good way. So, like, long story short, can't really say the methods, but we're just going to get fucking big. Like, I would love to get, within a couple months, get to like 118 lean, like a healthy lean 118, and I'm currently 96. So it's a lot of fucking weight, but for those of you who know, and if you don't know, after prep, your body is so susceptible to just fucking blowing up. Like, especially if you're looking at starting your first PED cycle, do it after a hardcore cut. Don't do it when you're trying to cut down. Do it after you cut down, because your body's just susceptible. It'll just fucking sponge and you'll just get big as fuck. But in terms of goal after comp, 118 lean, get a dog, chill out for a bit.
Music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money.
Throughout this prep, and I've just like been trying to build my business at the same time. So I'm very, very busy. Like, I don't really get time to do much socializing. And I've spoken to other guys like on messages through Instagram and stuff. And the hardest part about being in this sort of position is you want to connect with other people that work this hard. You want to make sure you're being in that right circle, because as the old saying goes, like, show me your 5 best friends and I'll show you your future, right? But the hard workaround is that when you work this hard with that little time, it's so hard to actually connect with other people that are on that same work ethic, because those people too are working hard as fuck. They too don't have the time to hang out with other people. So trying to have that connect with other people that are working that hard and that have that such little time, it ends up almost causing an isolating lifestyle, because you don't want to hang out with people that are dickheads and doing nothing, and there's not enough time for you to hang out with the people you actually want to hang out with. So, makes it hard. Training recently, honestly, hasn't been too crash hot. Like, I'm at that point in prep now where I'm just really flat, to be honest. Most days I don't really feel like being here. But that's okay, because now, being ahead of schedule in terms of conditioning, we can implement like high days to allow for glycogen replenishment to help with sessions. But getting closer to the show, like, we'll pull back on the work. Huge mistake, I think I've talked about it before. Got a lot of people making their prep, is they try to make up for lost time. They increase sessions, session length, sets, fuckloads of Stairmaster. You should be doing the opposite. You should have done the work in the growth phase. Now you do what I'm doing, where we chill out, reduce like stress, increase recovery, and then just fucking cruise into the show. Otherwise, you end up stress, you don't recover properly, you increase risk of injury, immune system crash. Avoid that by doing the work in the growth phase. So for us now, we're just coasting in. Like, we're just doing 2 RIR. We're not doing anything like super hard. We're not like fucking grinding ourselves down to the bone. Just doing the work, ticking the boxes, go home, recover. This prep, even though I'm like feeling at the moment, I'm flat, it's been so much easier than other preps. Because the reality is, I've competed naturally multiple times, and doing it natural is hard mode, bro. Like, the guys do it natural, it's so much harder. When like you're enhanced, you can pretty much take a bunch of shit to not mitigate, but at least lessen the load of prep, especially the psychological effects. Whereas when you're natural, man, it's recover as best you can, work as hard as you can, and that's fucking about it. Doing it natty is hard mode. One thing I wasn't really aware of until my coach and I started talking about it was, in prep, how big of a thing retail therapy can become. You know, we don't really get our dopamine hits from food anymore. And so it's actually pretty common. It's not for everyone, but it's pretty common that like buying things becomes a thing. My fiance and I ended up buying a new couch. Not that we needed it, we've wanted it for a while, but I think when you're in a mindset of like prep, I think because you can't get that dopamine response from food, you kind of seek it elsewhere, and so you convince yourself that it's okay to buy these things. I don't know if that's the science behind it, but it makes fucking sense in my head.